Hi guys, this is Krish the Urban Naxal. Let me give you a quick update about what happened in court today. It's a positive development. As far as I can see, it's a very positive development, and I'm going to explain why that is so. So first I'm going to explain what happened, and after that I'm going to explain the significance of it. Court proceedings are complicated. There's a lot to understand about it, and I will try to educate you as we go along. This is a fantastic opportunity to educate you about what is defamation, what isn't defamation, etc. I'm going to take an opportunity. Firstly, what happened in court today? See, we were supposed to make only a written submission today, and that's exactly what we did. We were supposed to say in writing what we have to say, whatever we have to say. That was what the judge said 2 days ago. He said, whatever you have to say, give it in writing, and after that, I will pass an order. He wasn't going to pass an order today, of course. It would be kept for orders, and maybe after a few days, he would pass an order appropriately. Now, if Runwal were sure or confident that they were on the winning side, then they would probably have been very happy. But they were not happy. They were not happy that the judge was going to pass an order. That's how I read it. Because what they did was, first of all, their counsel was late. He did not appear when the judge was there. When the matter was being heard, a junior said that their counsel wanted to say something. The judge did not wait. He finished all his matters, including taking my written affidavit, and then he rose. He rose as in he went away to his chamber. Now the opposite side lawyer, Mr. P.D. Gandhi, turns up, waits, tries some phone call, maybe 5 minutes, he tries different things. I don't know what he was expecting. And finally he says that, listen, we are seeking to amend our plaint, which means we are going to add something to the plaint. We don't want the order. We want to continue the proceedings. They don't want an order at this point. Okay, and I think that is very significant. I'll explain why. They are saying we don't want an order immediately. The judge said he would pass an order. What we are saying is there is more to be said about your behavior, or rather, he didn't say it like that. He said there is more to be said, and we want to amend our plaint, which means add stuff to what we have already said. And therefore, fresh date. So, normally the judge would have passed an order sometime next week. But instead, what has happened is they wanted a fresh date, a fresh hearing. So I said, yeah, okay, fine. So anytime next week should do, second half. A later part of the week, I hope, Friday or something. Because I am quite tired of these everyday thing. So now the judge had already gone. It was just the court clerk. And the court clerk says, yeah, next Friday. Then Mr. Gandhi says, no, I'm not here next week, and so on and so forth. So how about 22nd? So this was the date that was suggested, 22nd Friday. He didn't suggest it. The court clerk said, you can either do Tuesday or, I don't remember the exact days. They offered 3 days of the week. I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the days they offered. And I took it that we can do it on Friday. So Friday, 22nd October is our next hearing. Now, what do I make of this? What is the significance of all this? I'll tell you what I am understanding from this. What I am understanding is Runwal side did not want this order to happen so quickly. Why? One possibility is they feared that they were losing. They sensed that the judge may pass an order which is not in their interest, which they would not want to have passed on them. Because suppose the judge passes an order saying, no, I am not going to grant you any ad interim reliefs. Then what happens is it looks like a victory for our side. We won. They wanted the judge to gag me, to muzzle me, to silence me, and it didn't happen. So we won, as it happened in the case of Lodha. At the interim stage, the judge says nothing doing. Let it go to trial, but I'm not going to silence this guy. Whatever he has said does not sound like defamation. Sounds like fair comment. Sounds like proper criticism. So it is justifiable. It stands on a body of evidence. I'm not going to. And Justice Gautam Patel had said it seems to have been made in a very reasonable manner, in a very justifiable manner, like a journalist. So basically what he is saying is you are following the norms of journalism, so I am not going to stop you from doing that. That was Justice Patel's order in the Lodha case back in April 2019, April or May 2019. Now what is it that these guys wanted? They wanted the same kind of gag order. They wanted the judge to say, Mr. Rao, you shall not say anything about Runwal. Nothing further to be said about Runwal, and delete these 7 videos. So that would amount to a great loss of face for me. That's the idea. A slap on my face. And also, Mr. Rao, you cannot post any further videos. Another slap on my face, and more effectively, I stop talking about how Runwal has taken their money. That is the more important, effective thing for them. I stop talking about how they are taking or they have taken flat buyers' money without any process, and how they are retaining the so-called forfeiting, not only token, not only booking, but large amounts of money. As in the case of Asif Khan, 73 lakh rupees out of around 85 lakh rupees. I keep stressing this because it shows you what is the kind of shocking commercial behavior that Runwal is doing. It is nothing short of Gundagiri. Nothing short of Gundagiri. Why? I'll explain this. Okay, I will explain why I am using the word Gundagiri in particular. So, the shocking commercial conduct of Runwal, I should keep silent on that. I should stop warning the prospective flat buyers what all can happen to them if they buy a flat from Runwal in Runwal My City, or for that matter other projects also. But they seem to be concerned on Runwal My City. I have been pointing out that these guys have come to the court with unclean hands. That is, this is not like a normal Bollywood actress whom I am calling, let us say, promiscuous or sexually, free and easy. The person whom I am calling this is actually Sunny Leone. Okay, now if I say this to Sunny Leone, if I say, well, Sunny Leone is sexually, let us just say that she hasn't exactly been chaste, then that doesn't amount to defamation. It stands on a body of facts, and these facts are public knowledge. So you can't turn Sunny Leone into a Sati Savitri with your silence. So this is basically the kind of thing. Runwal is definitely not so clean that he can claim protection of the court for, I should not say anything about how they are conducting themselves with flat buyers. They want that silence. They are not getting that silence. So now what they have done is they are postponing the matter. They don't want an adverse order against them. They fear that it will be an adverse order. Would it be? I don't know. I would not be surprised if the judge ruled in their favor. It can happen. Okay. Is it probable? I'm feeling it is not likely. I feel it is much more likely that we would get a favorable order. That is, this plea for ad interim relief of muzzling us, gagging us, silencing us would not be passed. That's my impression. That's my understanding. So these guys don't want that adverse order because it will be a slap on their face. So what they are trying to do now is to postpone the hearing, have another hearing after 22nd is about 14 days away. So 2 weeks later. Have a hearing 2 weeks later. That is their plan. Why would they do that? The only reason I can see, because see, they know I am going to make videos about them, boss. They know I am going to make a video or two about them, maybe every day if I can. So over the next 14 days, there may be 14 more videos. And they'll be fighting with 14 more videos. And yet, they did not want the order to be passed this week or soon. They don't mind that I will make 14 more videos. Why? My understanding is they fear they are losing the game. So this is a little bit like in a boxing match. The first round, I bashed them up. And just when the judges are discussing among themselves and then they will lift my arm, okay? Just then, these guys are saying, wait. We don't want the judgment yet. We will fight for another round. So, I'm okay with that. I'll fight for 5 rounds if you want. I'll fight for 14 rounds if you want. I'll fight, boss. I don't mind. But the fact that you didn't want a judgment right now, which was almost there, it shows that they are afraid. They are scared they are losing. I'm not saying they are losing. Win and lose in judicial cases, boss. You have to be prepared for surprises. I am prepared. Is Runwal prepared to lose? I'm even prepared to lose. I know what it is. I don't mind because I know what I'll do next. I have a plan. If I lose this case, if the court gags me, I'm a man with a plan. What's their plan? If they lose, they don't know it. So they seem to be now trying to postpone and maybe try to draw the match that they think they are going to lose. If you can't win the match, at least get a draw. It seems to be something like that. Seems to be that sort of a strategy. The submission that we made today was extremely detailed. What we wrote, it is an affidavit in reply. Extremely detailed. I'm going to read from that. I'm going to read to you tomorrow because it's going to make a 1 hour video at least, maybe more. It's very detailed and it's very compelling, the kind of stuff that Runwal has done. It's amazing. Like, you really need to look at it very slowly. I have sliced and diced it for the judges to understand the kind of deceptive practices that they have adopted, the kind of sleight of hand that they are doing to deceive the court as well as the customers. All that I have brought out in my arguments. It's not my written arguments. It's called affidavit in reply. So I'm going to explain this whole thing to you. There's a lot of explaining to be done. So guys, in a nutshell, we are on the front foot. I believe they are on the back foot. So there's a lot of fun to be had. I'm Krish, the Urban Naxal, your friend. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.